My department is responsible for all of the hair in every production here at the Guthrie. So whether it's an actor's own hair or not, we're in charge of how that looks. My name is Ivy Loughborough, and I'm the wig master here at the Guthrie Theatre. I've worked in the wig department at the Guthrie for 17 years. In order to make a wig, you have to be very detail-oriented, and you have to be really good with your hands. If you're going to do wigs for the stage, you have to be able to make wigs and style them, and those are two quite different skill sets. And you also have to be able to do a huge range of hairstyling. And then there's the ability to look at something in 2 dimensions, like a piece of research or a photograph or a drawing, and translate that into 3 dimensions, which is the same thing that any sculptor has to do, anybody that's making something 3-dimensional. We're just using hair as our medium instead of something like clay. I'm making this wig for the character of Blanche Dubois in Streetcar Named Desire, and it's partially done. And this is the foundation of the wig. You can sort of see a little bit of that here. I have 2 full-time assistants. Laura Adams behind me is one of them. Emmeline Hall is the other one. And then I have 3 full-time wig crew people. I'm going to take this piece of wig lace and stretch it so that it's molded to the shape of her forehead. Making a wig can take anywhere from 3 to 4 days to a week for something that's the hair is longer, the wig is thicker, the head is bigger. Well, there are 2 sort of basic kinds of hair, Asian and European, and they really just refer to a texture. I rarely use synthetic hair. If we're doing a fantasy show, if something needs to be painted, sometimes human hair is actually a little too soft. Making the foundation of a wig is sewing. A lot of the techniques that we use are similar to the techniques a draper who makes a pattern for a costume might make. The actual tying the hair into the wig is probably most like latch hooking a rug. The tool is a little bit different, but the technique of tying the knot is essentially the same. When a wig is finished being built, the next step is to style it, and we can do that in a lot of different ways. We can style it with a curling iron, sometimes a haircut, and sometimes it needs to be set on rollers. Okay, so now I'm ready to brush through this. This wig is supposed to look messy, like she's put it up very quickly and she's not in her right mind. So I'm pretty much done with this one. Until I try it on Gretchen, I think we'll be doing a lot of tweaking on her. This is Gretchen Egolf. She's playing Blanche Dubois, and we're gonna be trying 2 wigs on her as well as some hats. Before I try the wigs on her, I have to prep her hair the way it's going to be for the show. So this lace is going to be really long. Nice and blue. Maybe we should start by just cutting a little off the length.
This is a very strange feeling because it's like...
Not your hair, yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah. Once we get the fittings complete, we'll have our first dress rehearsal, and we'll see all of the wigs on stage. Now we're going to have a wig fitting with Brian Keene, who plays Mitch in Streetcar. Hold the very front of this, yeah. And we're going to probably start with it just a little further forward than we think, and then we'll slide it back. I left sideburns on here. I think we could end up just cutting them off completely. I think that means that we shave yours a little higher too.
Yeah, yep.
Emmeline will just need to give this a haircut. She may need to take a little bit off of the top.
Why not?
Today's the second day of tech of A Streetcar Named Desire. They're working through the show from the top and adding all the elements that they haven't been using in rehearsal. Costumes, lights, sound, scenery, and it takes a long time. It can be slow. And also for us, it's when we see the wigs with the makeup and the costumes on the set under the lighting, which of course looks very different than in the fitting and in every other situation that we've had.
Stella? Stella?
I really like the wigs for Streetcar Named Desire. I'm really happy with what we've all done. It's more typical of the kind of show that we do here, often a realistic show where the wigs sort of disappear, where you don't really notice them. Some shows it's very obvious that they're wigs, but in this one, I hope that people don't really realize that anybody's wearing a wig. I hope people are engrossed in the play.
So much confusion in the world. Thank you for being so kind. I need kindness now.